So I know it's like 4 in the morning, right? 4:15. 4:15. Good morning. Everybody who either up working or can't sleep or on the West Coast. Because in the West Coast, it's like midnight, right? What time is it on the West Coast? If anybody's on here from the West Coast, what time is it there? I know in Philly, it's what time? 4:16, 1 a.m. Okay, so people are still up. Okay. People are still up. Yeah. Wow, it's deep, right? How time happens. How time changes. What's up, y'all? What are you guys doing today? What are you getting into? What new businesses are you starting? Anybody got a new business they starting, or, they joining us? What do you guys, anything exciting? Any new, well, I got some things to share with y'all. If y'all don't got nothing to share, I always got something to share. So, you guys know we have a chocolate nonprofit academy, and we have a private group on Facebook. So, and the private group on Facebook it's a private group, but it's pretty much free access. And then we have an academy where we hold master classes inside the academy for members. Okay. So kind of like two different spaces, but they're both decent. So I had learned something, and I got some notes that I wanted to share with y'all. I had did a live a couple weeks ago. Well, like a week ago, I think. I did a live a week ago or two, I don't know, about wanting change. What does that mean, start in my neighborhood? Wanting change in your life or in your situation. Let me just ask y'all a question real quick right here. How many people, tell me something right now. What is something right now that you want or you feel like you need in your life at this very moment? Something that you want, that you desire, that you have a deep desire for, like in your life right now, today. What is something that you desire right now, today, that has not manifested? Why is my internet? Miriam, can you bring me, do I want tea? Maybe I'll have tea. You'll give me hot water, please. Water. So, is there something you want to buy a home? Okay, Star B says she want to buy a home. Where do you want to buy a home at? And how much is a house you want to buy? For my business to flourish and buying a house. What business do you have? A house. What business do you have that you want to flourish? And buying a house for how much? Where? What are the details? What are the details of the things that you want? So it's like, oh, I want to buy a house. All right. Is it detailed? Do you know how big you want your house? Do you know where you want to buy it? Do you know how many rooms you want? In Ohio, about $140K. A new custom clothing. I sew custom clothing. Okay. Better comprehension. I love that. I love that. That right there is heavy. Better comprehension. 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1.5 acre land. half acre land. And your house is 140. So wait, so why don't you have that now? Why don't you have the house? Is there any reason why you don't have that house that you want right now? And what are you doing? What are you doing to obtain it? So somebody says they sold custom clothing. Relocation into a new tiny house in a serene location. A tiny house, meaning I want to be by myself. Nobody around you. You don't want nobody around you in a tiny house. I want a tiny house, which means I don't want no company, nobody come over. I'm good on y'all in my tiny house. Okay? Philadelphia, 3 bedrooms. I haven't made a decision. I haven't made a decision on my price. Okay. So, yeah. What are you guys doing? Somebody said they're doing custom clothing. Custom clothing. Is that the only business you have? Can we talk about streams right now? All right. We talk about what y'all want. Everybody want a house. Everybody want a house. Somebody said 140. Somebody said I don't know how much I want. Somebody may say 200. You know. Good morning. But how many streams of income do you have to help you obtain that goal? Let's start streaming right now. Let's talk about how many streams you have. So if you sold custom clothing, that's the only stream you have, right? What other streams of income do you have? What streams of income do you have? Meaning, what is bringing you money every month, every week, every day, every year? Not all incomes are not the same. Some incomes you get weekly. Well, first of all, some incomes you get daily. Some incomes you get weekly. Some incomes you get bi-weekly. Some incomes you get monthly. Some incomes you get every 3 months, 6 months, every year. So how many streams of income do you have right now? So do you already have the nonprofit? So wait, all right. So let me follow you. I need more cash flow. Okay. So I have to set up something that makes money while I sleep. Okay. I run an SEO company, a hair business. Are you a hairstylist or you just sell hair? What does that mean? So now wait a minute, come on, Revlon now. I done put this lipstick on. I need more cash flow. I have to set up something that makes money while I sleep. So you want passive income basically, right? I run SEO. I run an SEO company. Is it your company that you're running? A hair business. The hair business, are you doing hair? And I want to turn Fresh Felons into a nonprofit. Fresh Felons, is that already an operating business? Those are the questions I have for you, Star B. So, all those questions right there. Fragile Glass, what are your 3 incomes? Stylist, my bad. All right, so let's get into Star B real quick. I have 1 stream of income. I started stocks, but I left my job in March and have been nonstop with clients since. What does that mean? Nonstop with clients doing job, TLC, ooh. Job, TLC, personal product line. What is the personal product line? Job, okay, that's 3. Okay, you need more. Do you have any kids, Fragile Glass? You need more. SEO is just me taking on contracts for businesses that need it. Okay. Okay. So that's not really like... All right. Do you want to talk a little bit, Star B? Can we get into your business? Are you open to us breaking down what's happening and what's going on? I want to help somebody. I want to enlighten some situation today. Thank you, Miriam. So listen, y'all want to know what I'm drinking today? Okay? Yes. So I am drinking tea from Turkey. Thank you, Miriam. I'm gonna just leave my door open so I don't gotta hear the noise of the door opening and closing, right? Because that door be irritating when I be on live. So I want to start. Wait, hold up. I want to talk to Star B real quick, y'all. Wait, hold up. So this is the tea from Turkey. It's orange, and it smells pretty sweet, but it's orange. It's almost like a sugar. You know how sugar behaves? It's like that. It looks like a sugar. And you put it in the hot water. So, and guess what it has in there? Flowers. It has a flower in here. Look. It has a flower inside the tea. It's from Turkey. Maybe it's going to make me more beautiful. Ooh. We love beauty, right? I'm going to show you how it look. Let me show you how it look. Wait. Who wants to come have tea time with me? Tea time, tea time. Tea time. Yes. It's from Turkey. So, I'm about to get into that tea. I'm going to tell y'all how it tastes. Because I want to drink pretty things so I can be pretty. Okay? Who wants to be pretty with me? Okay? Okay, beauty. Let's get into the beauty. So, here goes nothing. Bismillah. Here goes nothing. I'm not ready for my flour yet. Okay? It's nice. It's soothing. Wow. I'm drinking tea from Turkey. Wow. It looked like Tang a little bit, but it's not. Hot Tang. It doesn't taste like Tang. It tastes like tea. Wow. And we got like a red one. We got all different colors. Wait. Let me get back to my sister, Star B. Wait, all right. Wait. Hold on. Y'all getting into it, all right. Fresh Felons was a hobby brand I started in prison. Sold some hoodies and did a couple of events for community, but not cash positive. Okay. So how much money did you put into Fresh Felons for you to say it's not cash positive? How much money are you guys starting your businesses with? Y'all got to be dedicated to investing money in your business before you start really looking for a return. And I think we talked about that the other day. You got to really be dedicated to investing and understanding the process of business before you start looking for a return. Business is also a nonprofit. You have to invest your money in the way of the nonprofit in order for you to see a return. There are so many things we're going to cover this year. Okay, we're going to even cover up you starting to get donations. And if you've been in the nonprofit class, then you understand what you can do in your nonprofit and just collect donations up to $10,000. What you can do in your nonprofit and just collect donations up to $25,000. What you can do with your nonprofit and you collect more than $25,000. That is in the approval class, okay? So you can take the approval class and not have money for funding, but it doesn't mean you can't obtain funding, right? So I teach you ways in the nonprofit class how you can, obtain funding or collect monies in the nonprofit without having all the pieces to the puzzle. You know what I'm saying? So there's always a way that you can make it. You just have to get educated. And if you are a member of the academy, then you get 15% off of courses. So which means that if our course is $2,500, you can get 15% off of that, right? If you sell a course of ours, then you get a commission of 10% of that. So there's so many benefits to the nonprofit class, the approval class. And what I love about how and I wasn't really even thinking about talking about this, but it just so happened because I'm talking to you guys and you guys are interested in starting nonprofits. I'm seriously going to consider thinking about, because there are some people, and I know I really said I just really wanted to kind of level up and just really focus on people who really had their mind right, they're thinking together. People who know that they're paying a lot of money in taxes. People who pay a lot of money in taxes, there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You need to start a nonprofit, period, okay? If you are just an employee, you need to start a nonprofit, okay? Period. You need to start a nonprofit. I'm never going to tell you to start a sole prop. I'm never going to tell you to start an LLC. Because of the education level I have in nonprofits and understanding the business, I am always going to tell you to be a founder of a nonprofit. I am always going to tell you to be a founder of a nonprofit. It breeds good karma. It breeds great donations. It breeds a career for yourself. It breeds a career for your community. It breeds careers for your children. It breeds student loan forgiveness. It breeds all things good for you. I am always going to tell you to start a nonprofit. Always. So no matter what business you're doing, no matter how many t-shirts you sell, how many hoodies you make, I'm always going to tell you to start the nonprofit, okay? If I am preaching, literally preaching this over and over and over again, you think I'm doing it for nothing? You think I'm doing this so you can just take my class? I'm not. I'm doing it because there's some good attached to it, and I want you to have the benefit of the good. How many people don't know the goods attached to a nonprofit? How many people don't know the goods attached to a nonprofit? Don't know the goods. How many people don't know the good attached to a nonprofit? Listen, don't forget, if you need a consultation, consultations are $197, okay? You can cash at Meek the Billionaire. Meek the Billionaire, $197, cash app, okay? Doesn't matter what your business is. Let's figure it out. Let's get in a 20-minute consultation. Let me see where you are mentally. Let me probably educate you on maybe the mindset that you need to be in or the stage you need to be in. A lot of times people are scared of starting their own business or fearful of failing or falling forward. But a lot of times people have nonprofits that don't take off because they're not in a community, right? They don't have others that are in the same space as them. And that's why we have the group and we have the academy, because people in the academy are in the same space as you are. And you need to be able to have a community that you go to and everybody understands what's going on and what's happening. Okay? So that is one of the benefits of being in the academy. All right? Please, 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 please. Yes. Okay, only one. I don't know all I need to know. I say it nonprofit. Okay, all right. So basically, only 2 people on here don't know the benefits of starting a nonprofit. Okay? You need to know the benefits of starting a nonprofit. It doesn't matter what. Listen. I wish somebody would have told me, okay, 15 years ago to start a nonprofit. And I always wonder why these people, they be so quiet. Nonprofit CEOs and founders are so damn quiet. Did y'all realize that? You never see them out in the open. You never see them, like, unless they're giving, unless they're operating in some act of charity. You never see CEOs in the limelight of nonprofits. You never see them moving. You never see them doing a goddamn thing. You know why? Did y'all get the help? Who on here still didn't get the Hackers book yet? Is there anybody on here who don't even know me? Wait, is there anybody in here? 2 questions. Who does not have a Hackers book? Who does not have a Hackers book? Strictly Vegan does not have a Hackers book, sis or brother. You have to get a Hackers book, okay? You gotta get a Hackers book, especially if you're vegan, you're soul food. You gotta tap into the food banks. Y'all gotta get a Hackers book. What the fuck? Oh my God. Oh my God. I swear to God. Listen. Let me put the link down here because y'all about to make me turn up now. I be swearing everybody be having Hackers books. No soul food. Listen. All right, listen. So, we're going to talk about a Hackers book, okay? The Hackers books, crazy. And do y'all ever, like, let's talk for a minute. There's only 20 of us on here, right? Everybody else sleeping, okay? Did you guys ever realize that, though? Like, you never see the CEOs of nonprofits in the limelight. You never see them flashy. You never see them. You really just never see them. You know what I mean? You always see the people that's working in the nonprofit, the volunteers, yada, 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 yada. But you never see the founder and CEOs of the nonprofits. You know what I mean? And no matter if they fly private on the expense of the nonprofit, because now flying private is affordable, right? I've been an active 501c3 since 2016 when I got out of person and incorporated with my gate money. I agree because I am him. So that's amazing. That's amazing. If you have a nonprofit and you're doing phenomenal for yourself, I mean, are you employing some people? Are you generating 6 figures? That's the real question I want to ask you. Are you generating 6 figures? That's just yes or no. Are you generating 6 figures in your nonprofit? Good morning, Vine. Listen. Wait. Let me rephrase that. Are you generating 6 figures for the business or your salary? That's 2 different questions. 2 different questions, right? Are you a legal six figures? That's heavy. That's heavy. Listen, good morning. Are you generating six figures for the business or for you? And I'm so happy to hear that. And why are you not a member of our community? If you're a six, well, it depends. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters, but it does matter. It does matter. It does matter. So is the business generating six figures or are you generating six figures? Because that is a difference. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's a difference. This is a hacker's book. This is the daycare. This is a daycare. Okay. I take little to none of our profit. So that means, so this is why education is important, even when you have a nonprofit, because there are a lot of things, there are a lot of things that I'm sure you don't know about, right? And the first thing I want to tell you, right, because I know we are from the same community in a sense, I want to educate you in this very moment to let you know that in the nonprofit, if anybody is not signed up for our webinar on Wednesday, it's a free webinar. I think you need to be there. The link is in my bio, okay? A free webinar on Wednesday, all right? Now listen, if you already have a nonprofit, you need to know that the benefit, one of your benefits of having a nonprofit is not to, all right, so we know that the nonprofit does not benefit as if you are a shareholder. You are not a shareholder, right? You are the CEO and founder, right? So as the CEO and founder, you should not be receiving little to none. That's first, okay? Yes, the organization should generate, we want the organization to generate money because in the organization generating money, that is how the CEO and founder completes and gets paid their salary. Now, I get more in detail in that on the webinar on Wednesday. I talk more heavily on that in detail on Wednesday. We have a Wednesday webinar. We have a class coming up the 1st, a nonprofit class coming up the 1st. And it's just so funny because, and it is an approval class, but you learn so much, right? And it's so funny because I don't really talk about that outside of that space. And now even talking to you makes me even consider even breaking my approval class up because there are some things that people need to know on different levels. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I can consider at a later date. However, this is a hacker's book. This one is a home care book, a hacker's home care book, right? If you want to start a home care agency. This, my friend, is a food bank book. If you want to start a food bank or you want to distribute food and you want to help, okay? It's so many, I can't make that F word out. I've learned a lot just from these lives. Oh, that's what's up. Listen, if we don't educate each other, sis, that means we really don't want good for each other all day long. If we're not helping each other, we don't want nothing good for one another. If we're not educating, we don't want nothing good for each other. Listen, do me a favor right now, y'all, and share this live with somebody, because somebody probably need this information. Somebody probably need to know that they in their business struggling when they ain't got to struggle. Yeah, they ain't got to struggle. They could get their bills paid every month. They could pay their bills every month, start a nonprofit. It's going to take you off. You got to, listen, when you start any business, you got to be prepared. You got to pace yourself for the takeoff. So if you're right in the beginning stages of even thinking about starting a nonprofit, you got to start pacing yourself for your takeoff, baby. You're going to take off. That's why when people start nonprofits, I don't hear from them. I wonder what happens. You know, some people reach back and say, Mika, I got my money. This is happening for me. I'm getting my donations. Some people, they just keep running. And I'm not mad at that because, you know what I mean? You got to keep running. You just got to, the people that surround you, you got to help them. You know what I'm saying? But the hackers books are so important. I wish you knew how important they were. I wish you knew just how important they were. They are filled with so much information. It's crazy. So for my friend on here who has a nonprofit already, and he takes little to none, and that's what I love about people. If you were ever incarcerated, you can come out of prison and start a nonprofit and generate 6 figures. I'm not talking about for the nonprofit. I'm talking about for a salary for you. So yes, the nonprofit should generate 6 figures, and so should you. Oh, the hackers books is crazy. What? The hacker? How many hackers? Anybody got a hackers book? How many hackers books is it? How many hackers books is it, y'all? It's like 10, 12. No, it's not 12. It's like 8 to 10. Because we have other ones we haven't released yet, but it's like 8 to 10. Yep. So when you order this, you're gonna be able to download it, because some of these books, y'all, is literally like, some things are like 1,000 and something pages, 3,000 pages of information. So, and this joint is so, oh man, this is so heavy. The hackers books are so heavy. So let's help one of our friends out who is in here today, okay? Because they have a food bank and they are from our community. So they said they're generating 6 figures for the organization. However, they may not be generating 6 figures for themselves. One of the purposes of starting a nonprofit is to help yourself. As Black people, we always have income issues, right? Because every nonprofit says that they're serving the low income, which look like me and you, right? And so those low income individuals a lot of times never knew that they could start a nonprofit and no longer be a low income person, but help others who are of low income. And that is the whole idea behind starting a nonprofit. You come out of one space and you embrace a new thinking, you embrace a new space. The new space is called charity. The new space is called giving. The new space is called nonprofit, right? 501c3. That is the new space you got to enter into. And I'm telling you, once you get into that space and you continue to get educated, you're going to get stronger, you're going to get wiser, and you're going to be a force to be reckoned with, okay? You're going to be, I'm telling you. But you got to constantly invest in your education. You got to invest in hackers books. You got to invest in an approval class. You got to invest in basic funding. You got to invest in focus funding. You got to invest in the academy. You have to invest in these things because they are all building on your education, and it's going to help you get better. It's going to help you be sharper. It's going to help you create the energy you need for your nonprofit. Energy is what? Money. Energy is what? Money. Energy is money. It is. It's money. It's money. Energy is money. Money is energy. Right? Let me tell you something. Energy is deep. Before you tap into any energy, I learned something. You got to take action. Energy is not like that. It just doesn't. It's not something, if it comes and you don't know how to receive it, you can't hold it. I need y'all to be there with me, okay? When energy comes, If you don't know how to receive it, you can never hold it. We're talking about the good of the energy. We have good energy. We have energy that is not so good, right? We want the good energy. We want the good finances. We want the good money. We want our homes on good land, on good soil, right? We want all good energy. But you have to do something in order to get the good. You got to know something. There's always a greater good. There's always a greater good. You got to learn how to tap into the greater good. What is the greater good? What's the greater good? Energy. You gotta tap into it. When we created these books, right? It was a lot of thought process put into this shit, right? First of all, I didn't just drop one book. I could have just made one book with various organizations and just called it a day. But I wanted y'all to be so thorough and so tight with your information. And I wanted you to hold the money for generations and generations and generations. That is why I put all the money in a book for you. Yeah. Does this book teach me how to get my approval? No, it doesn't. It does help in the process, but there are other things that you need to know to get your approval. There are other things you need to know when running an organization. There are so many things you need to know and you got to be educated on, okay? You will not get all that education in one setting. You need to be in one mindset, and then from that mindset, you need to come over into another mindset, right? I cannot give you a basic funding mindset if you don't have an approval. That doesn't make any sense. Or if you haven't even taken the approval class, how can I get you in a basic funding mindset? It does not happen that way. There's order in everything. If you get an approval class, I refer to what? The hackers books. Yeah, you need a book to accompany you in class. It's important to have a book. You got to know. I don't really know what kind of nonprofit I want to do. Get an educational one. Yeah. Grab you the education hackers. You know what you want to do? Get the education one. Yeah, start right there. You know what you want to do? Feed somebody. Help distribute some food. And you don't have to be the one distributing food. You can be the founder of the one that distributes food. If you are not in the chocolate nonprofit Facebook group, you need to be there. I left videos up there for you to see. And there's a special video that I talk about, and I did it live, where you'll see a black man in the face of a nonprofit. On the first of the screen, it says his name is Sam Cobb. Okay? It shows you, and Sam Cobb says, Grandmom always told us that breakfast was the most important meal of the day. He is saying that because what he's saying is, at Tipping Point Community, we feed people breakfast every day. You must have a hot meal every day. Grandmom always said that breakfast was the most important meal of the day. So if you're in the energy, what that is, if you're ever hungry, come see us at Tipping Point Community. We are glad to serve you breakfast every day. Now, what does that say to somebody who's donating to the nonprofit? They're feeding people every day. I want to support that. On the first, it's a lot of things that video said. There's a lot of things the video said. Everything will not be disclosed, but you got to know it. On the video, they will never expose some truths that we know is to be true. That's why I'm telling y'all to start nonprofits. Sam, I don't know if Sam will ever follow me one day, but he won't hear this one day. One day with his kids. Somebody gonna hear it. Sam, basically, I mean, we all agree that Sam was used. Sam was used to give his story about how his black grandmother said that breakfast was the most important meal of the day because they are serving and feeding people that look like me and you, right? But my problem with this is if other nationalities feel like they can be the founder to feed African Americans or people of low income statuses, why don't African Americans obtain the status to obtain the position to feed people who look like them? Why are African Americans only the ones who are being fed and not the feeders? Why are we not taught to become feeders? Why? We're only taught to become the receivers of the ones giving us the food. We are never taught to become the feeder. If you become the giver, if you become the feeder, if you become the founder, if you become the CEO and founder, right? If you become the CEO and founder and you can now feed people of low income status that look like me and you, if you change the energy and say, I want to be the person who does the giving. Do me a favor right now on this live. I want everybody to type, I want to be the person that does the giving. I want to be the person that does the giving. Get into that energy. I want to be the giver. I want to be the giver. Make me the giver. Choose me. I want to be the giver. I want to be the giver. Why not? Make me the giver. And guess what? Guess what? Guess what? This is so deep. There's only, I'm in here with 19 people right now. There's only one person that can make you the giver. And I want to tell you something. Nobody has the power to make you not the giver. There's only one person that can make you the giver. Only one person can make you the giver. Only one person can make you the giver. That one person is you. Only you make yourself the giver. Only you make yourself the receiver. It depends. Everything is up to you. What you want, you will have. If you want to be the giver, you'll be the giver. If you want to be, you will be. Huh? Right? You got those people that call your phone, girl. This is my fake phone. Girl. They giving out free. Wait a minute. How many people right now know somebody that likes free in their phone? Matter of fact, how many of us got 20 people right now on their phone that would take free from them? How many people got 20 people on their phone that would take free from them? How many people How many people? It got 20 people on their phone. My whole contact list will take free. Wednesday webinar is going to be crazy. Make sure you signed up because the link will go out. Wednesday's webinar, crazy. I don't even think you want to miss that. Yeah. If you did not come to last week's webinar, we are doing it again Wednesday. Wednesday, we are doing a free webinar. Yeah, it's going to be heavy. Yep. How many people got 20 people in their phone? Somebody said my whole contact list to take free. My next question is, your whole contact list to take free, but are you generating 6 figures from giving free? That's all I want to know. Yeah. Are you generating 6 figures from giving free? Are you, my good brother, my good sister, are you generating 6 figures? From giving away stuff for free? Because y'all done gave up a lot of free shit. Your body, your soul, your mind. Your kids, y'all done sacrificed. Y'all gave up a lot of free shit. And you never got your 6 figures. Do you agree with that? A lot of shit you gave up for free. When somebody was reaping the benefit. That's why you got to do it. Because if you do it or not, somebody, Sam Cobb said he was the CEO. When we hacked the organization, he was not the CEO. They had the black man in the front of the video talking about, Grandmom said, every morning you got to have a hot breakfast. When we hacked the organization, we realized that he was just the front for the black people to come to the organization so they can be what? Receivers of the free. They want us to be getting all the free shit, but they never want us to be in their position giving the free shit, because then when you're in their position giving the free shit, then guess what? Now you get their money. Yeah, that part. That part, that's what the Hackers Books is about. That's why it's important that you get a Hackers Book so you can see what the fuck's been going on all this time. Brother said he was an ex-offender. We got a book just for that. You want to start an ex-offender program? Guess what we got? We got a whole bunch of millions and millions of dollars that has been received by other nationalities that look nothing like me and you. CEO and founders of organizations look nothing like me and you, and they are generating 6 figures. Their families are generating 6 figures, all because what? They said they want to start a charity and they want to give. You've been giving your whole fucking life. You've been giving your whole life and never got any benefit from it. Your great grandmom was giving, her mother was giving, your grandma was giving, your mama's still giving, aunties is giving, but nobody's reaping the benefits. That's some deep shit to me. If you think about your grandma and all her kids, and if every kid in the family started a nonprofit, and everybody in the family generates 6 figures in salary from starting a nonprofit, that would change the game for so many families. How many people, let me just ask y'all a question, because some people had issues with not the whole Christmas thing and not being able to buy stuff for their kids, but had you and your mom and your family put you in position to start a nonprofit at 18. Start your own nonprofit at 18. This white young bull in college starting his own nonprofit. Shit blew my mind. Blew my fucking mind. Yeah, young boy, I see you. Yeah. Somebody educated him. White. Yeah. Only thing we want to do is give our kids to the nonprofit and say, go get education. Go get education from this college that is a nonprofit that gets money because you're attending, but gives you none of it. When you get money for attending, you got to take out a student loan. Do anybody want to wake up today? I just want to know. Anybody want to be up? Anybody want to be woke today? Because that's the type of time we're on right now. We got to wake up. We're entering. If you have a nonprofit and you did not take basic funding, you have about 4 or 5 days to submit your applications for that money. Okay? If you did not take basic funding and you have a nonprofit, you have 4 or 5 days to submit your application for that money. Listen, anytime people are DMing me, telling me, Meek, look at my checks. That, well, you know what that's telling me? They gotta get the money away. What part of this shit don't y'all understand? You have to start the nonprofit. The companies have to give the money away. They have to. They got a deadline. By the 31st, they gotta get the money away. As long as your information is in, they still can give you the money. Come on. Shout out to me for telling me that. Shout out to me. Shout out to me real quick. Let me shout out my damn self. Shout out to me. For waking everybody up. Shout out to me for not being a hating ass. Keeping all the money for myself. Yeah, that part. Shout out to me again for telling you that you can generate 6 figures every year. And your kids can too in a nonprofit. Shout out to me for that. Shout out to me for telling you that you don't just gotta have free all the time. You can be the giver and be in a position of the individual who been given. Come on, y'all. Shout out to me for that. Let's get into that. Let's get into that. Let's get into that energy. Damn, because she didn't even have to be telling us this. She didn't have to put this together for us. Listen, the wise person already knows. The person who's been in the game for a while, they already gonna know why I put this together. See, a lot of y'all don't even know, what I really did for y'all with this book right here. What I really did for y'all with this right here was secured your bag for you. Yeah. Me, what? I don't understand. Oh, Miriam, can I have hot water? Me, I don't understand. Me, I got the Hackers book. I don't understand the book. I can't understand it. I can't get it. Note this right here. Okay? My level sometimes be a little bit, I be already going sometimes, y'all. Y'all gotta bring me the fuck back. Bitch be already on Saturn or something. You know what I'm saying? I be going already. Y'all gotta know that about my brain. Right? Miriam, can I have hot water? Thank you, Miriam. Listen, I'm already going, all right? I gotta come. I don't even understand why my brain operate like this. Listen, when you get the Hackers book, I am helping you secure your money, your 6 figures. Well, how the fuck is she helping us secure my money? What the fuck does that mean? Does anybody on here not understand what I mean when I say the Hackers books help secure your money? There's 20 of us on here. If you don't understand, talk to me. All right? The only way we can get better is if we communicate with each other. If you do not understand what I mean, if I say something that you do not understand, this is the time for you to say, I do not understand. This is the part that people never told us or told our kids in school. When you go to school and the teacher says something and you don't understand, you raise your hand and you say, I don't understand. That time. This is one of those times where you say, Meek, what did you mean by this? Meek, what did you mean by that? I'm telling you, I be on Saturn. So you gotta tell me if I'm saying something that you don't quite get so I can help explain it to you. Please, y'all gotta talk to me. You gotta talk to me and I'm gonna talk back. Yeah, I'm going to teach. When you talk to me, I'm going to teach you. Okay? I'm going to teach. That's what I'm here to do. I'm an educator. Okay? Miriam's the only person on here that said me. I don't understand what you mean when you helping us secure our bag with the hackers books. Only Miriam. So I should probably just DM the information to Miriam. Yeah. That's how that works. When you're in a classroom, your teacher say, well, miss, your kid not really, they don't participate. When the kids don't participate, like the parents, come on somebody. When the kids don't participate, you will never know what level the kid is on, where they at with their intelligence, where you need to, what you need to speak to, how you need to really help them if the kid does not participate. If your child does not participate, such as the parent, that's why the parents on here, they just looking at me like I'm crazy. She got a kima on, she look Muslim, sometimes she got her hair uncovered. They fucking can't get past that. That's why you won't miss the whole bag, because you looking at this. When you really should be looking at this, the brain. And seeing the color of my skin. Yes. Yeah, that part. Yeah, that part. I'm coming, Miriam. I got you. I'm coming, Miriam. I'm coming. Give me a minute. I'm coming. I got y'all. I got you. If you ain't even got yourself, I got you. That part. But I got you because I want you to have yourself. That's why I'm teaching you. Because I want you to get it. And I want you to keep it. Y'all remember what song was that? Was that Lauryn Hill? When they said, it ain't about what you cop, it's about what you keep. Y'all remember that? It ain't about what you cop, it's about what you keep. Lost Ones. I got it. Listen. See, I gotta get ready to go. I gotta get ready to go. I gotta get ready to go. But I gotta show y'all something. Because I'm gonna show y'all how I'm helping y'all secure the bag. I gotta show you. I gotta make this shit plain to you. Because y'all don't even know. But don't worry, I'm coming. Give me a minute. I'm coming. I'm coming. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'm gonna help. This is gonna tell you. This is going to show you, should I say, how I'm helping you secure your bag. I'm helping you. That's okay though. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help. Okay? Well, first of all, you need a hacker's book. You need the approval class. Then you need basic funding. Okay? You need every class that I'm teaching you. Every class that I'm teaching you, you need. The crazy thing is, even in the approval class, I talk about so much. I talk about so much that I talk about the approval, but I talk about other things too that people don't talk about. But whatever. if you already have your 501c3, you need to, I'm looking for this. I'm trying to find this video. This joint is deep. Wait, I'm trying to find something. I'm gonna show you why I'm helping you. Why the Hackers Books is important. Give me a second. So, I mean, most of my students got their approvals in like 8 days. So if you are still waiting for your approval, I mean, I don't really know why. Give me a second. Here you go. Y'all ready? Turn the TVs down.
To strengthening families and helping recovering addicts get treatment, housing, and employment. 95% of its funding for programs, about $50 million a year, comes directly from government agencies spending your tax dollars, including $19.3 million just from Hamilton County.
Every organization in the world has administrative costs. Ours are 8.5%. We're proud of that. We're efficient.
But Hamilton County Auditor Dusty Rhodes, whose job is to act as a watchdog over all county
100 local nonprofit executives are paid at least $500,000 a year, including some who get nearly all their revenue from taxpayers.
Chief investigative reporter Craig Cheatham takes a look at how many nonprofit executives can count on six-figure bonuses year after year.
As the longtime CEO of Cincinnati-based Talbert House, Neil Tillow has managed the dramatic growth of this nonprofit organization that's dedicated to strengthening families and helping recovering addicts get treatment, housing, and employment. 95% of its funding for programs, about $50 million a year, comes directly from government agencies spending your tax dollars, including $19.3 million just from Hamilton County.
Every organization in the world has administrative costs. Ours are 8.5%. We're proud of that. We're efficient.
But Hamilton County Auditor Dusty Rhodes, whose job is to act as a watchdog over all county
100 local nonprofit.
So, all right. So, with the Hackers Books, I'm awake. So this guy was getting $500,000, right? January, we actually are going to look a little bit deeper into this organization. We have a master class in January for our members of the academy. So we are studying this organization for January, okay? But this book right here, when I say helps you secure your $500,000, whatever your six figures is, that's your business. I don't care what your six figures is. I only care that you make sure as a founder that you know that you can earn six figures by starting a nonprofit. That is what is important. You do not have to say, oh, I think it's just a volunteer. I'm just volunteering. You're working. You're working. People get paid to work. You're working for an organization and it happens to be a nonprofit and you happen to be the founder. That's how that goes. Okay? Now, when I say I'm helping you secure your salary, what that means is, and when you have we're gonna look further into this video later, okay? In next month, okay? But when you have your, if you're getting $500,000 for your nonprofit, okay, a year, okay, and you have the hackers books, and the Rhodes man comes to your organization, makes a meeting because they want to audit your organization. That's fine. Come on, come audit me. And they question, why is this black girl or male of African descent? Why the fuck do she? Oh, that energy wasn't good. But I feel like this, my house girl, she be just wasting food for no reason. Like, I don't be wanting all this. Like, that's too much. Every day I keep telling her the same thing. Like, her brain is not working. I don't like people who brain don't function. You gotta be sharp around me. Took my whole energy somewhere else because that's just being wasteful. All right, but anyway, when Mr. Rhodes comes to audit you, okay, and they say, why are you paying yourself $500,000? You go to the hackers books. I'm not telling nobody to pay themselves $500,000. I'm just telling you. I'm giving you an example. When they say, why are you paying yourself $500,000? You're gonna enter into your hackers book and you're gonna say, well, according to all the laws of having a nonprofit, all the CEOs in this industry all make around the same amount of money. Yeah, it's in here. That justifies my salary. Don't ask me why I'm getting 6 figures as a black person doing a charity, because y'all been doing that shit for years. And y'all been okay. Your family's been okay. Now we're taking care of ourselves. And this is what solidifies it. That's why inside this book, like right here, we have a president who earns $240,000 just in a salary, $36,000 in fringe benefits. What is fringe benefits? The medical. Right? So this is why the book is important. You gotta know what you get, what kind of business you're getting into, and how much you can earn, what your salary can be. And according to my book and these official documents, this shit states that's what this states. This states X, Y, and Z. That part. These are all proofs that you can do exactly the same thing that other people are doing. You can model the same mission statement. You can move exactly the same way as long as you are having a charity and you are helping others. Black people have always helped others. We have always been operating in a space of charity. It's called slavery. A space of charity. It's called burning down Tulsa, and black folks never doing nothing about it. Yeah, it's called that. It's called y'all bringing drugs into the black community to kill us. It's called you bringing guns into our community to kill us. It's called y'all free education y'all want to give. It is nothing inside to kill us. It's called, if your kids get a spanking, which is legal, it is legal to spank. When you spank your kid, you have to spank your kid open hand on the buttocks. That is how you spank, and that is totally legal. Totally legal. Spanking is legal. Check your state laws. Spanking is legal. But when you want to tell people, don't hit your kids, you want to put this energy out there, that is to what? So because you want our kids to be reckless. You want our kids not to respect us. You want our kids to disrespect us, right? And so you want to break down our home. You want to break our home down. Yes. To do what? to kill us. So while all the other people in the world are sleeping, you got to be up. And you got to know, from the beginning, there was nothing good for you in America. It was never planned to be a land that was good for you. It wasn't. That's why I was confused about the election. Little black girl, none of this is about you. You think so? None of this is about you. We're using you. You black girl. We're using you for the black vote. What do you think you're here for? Why do you think you're here? We're using you. Yeah, shine in front of your people. Do whatever you want. We're using you. We've used you before when you were a judge, and we're going to use you now for our greater good, for our purpose. Not so you can educate your people. Never. Why would we convince you to educate your people? We would never do that, you little black girl, or Indian, as you say. You little Indian. Why would we ever encourage you to educate people of low income or people of African descent? Why would we? We would never do that. But we're just like, whatever the master says. Are you fucking stupid? Do you not understand your history? Right? Do you not understand a game that's being played? Wake the fuck up. Wake up. For all y'all moms whose sons rappers, getting all that money, wake up. Yeah, we're using you to control the minds of your people. So they never think this way. They never want you to think about this kind of stuff. They never want you to think about increasing your knowledge or being educated or making sure your children at 18 start nonprofits generating $200,000 a year. Why would they? Why would we educate you to do this for your children? We don't like black kids. We want to run this world. We run this country. We want your kids to be gay. What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you fucking kidding me? We want your kids to think that they're fucking gay. We want your kids to be fucking misled. We want your fucking little black boys to be little bitches. Yeah, we do. We don't like you. We want to take the strength from the black male and tell him that he is a woman because he's having these feelings. Yes, and because we have brought all types of, we're raping your kids, and that's in our blood. That is not in the black person. That is of the whites. Yes, it is. So when now black people have these issues, that is a part of the whole system that you are in. The whole mindset that you are in when uncles are raping their fucking nieces. That is not who we are. That is not in our DNA. That is not us. That is them. That is not us. That is them. Give everybody their shit. Everybody gets their shit. Don't give me something that's not for me. Give me mine. I'ma own mine. Make sure you own yours. What I'm telling you is this. This is where you found yourself. This is where you found yourself. This is where you are. Okay? But there are rules to the game that you don't know about. And I want to educate you now. Okay? You guys thought that Miss Mary and Mr. Bob from the place down the street that was giving out free food, you thought that it was they just wanted to do a charity. They were just helping others, that's what you were thinking about. You said they're just helping us. And yes, they're just helping. Okay? I want to encourage you today to just help yourself. I want to encourage you today to get educated so our kids can be somebody tomorrow. I want to encourage you today to not invest your money in a designer today. Invest your money in education. Invest your money in learning how you now can be the giver of the free things. We have the power to turn this whole thing around. We absolutely do. You have to know what your rights are. You have to learn your rights. You got to know what you can do and what you can't do. You have to learn that. You won't learn it from just like in this kind of exchange. You will learn something, but you will not learn everything. You're on Instagram. It's free. Double down on the information. Change your thinking. Grow. Something that's on your page, the people when you're not following, that takes you in a different mind space. You got to come out of that space because now we got to take you mentally into a different space of energy. You now are no longer the person, and you're not surrounded around people who are in the space of give me. You have to be in the space of I am the giver. I am the giver. You have to understand that an energy is something happens when you release that, when you release your finances to understand this whole nonprofit thing, you are now entering into a different space with different energy. Listen. This energy came from somewhere. It came from seeing a lot of black families being misled. It came from a lot of miseducation. That's why people miss Lauryn Hill, because the Miseducation album was heavy. People didn't understand that. Miseducation, yeah. When she started breaking it down, we was feeling it. We said, yeah, Lauryn, where Lauryn at? What happened? What's up with Lauryn Hill? We missed her. Where is she at? You was flowing. What we didn't understand, but we now know today is one's level of education comes when they are connected to something. Miseducation was so powerful because of what she was connected to. Y'all gotta follow me. She was connected to energy that she had to bring that. She had to put out Miseducation. She had to spill it. She had to talk to us in that manner because of what she was connected to. She was used for that moment to deliver what we needed at that time because of what and who she was connected to. Listen, anything connected to the energy of Bob Marley, you will always thrive in that space. I am not saying you'll be perfect. I'm not saying that. But what black people need is education. That is what we need. We need education. When you realize you need education, then you'll stop crying when something happens to your black son who's on the corner. I'm confused about something. When black men are dying to gun violence and drugs and things that are involved in this environment with this energy, why are you sad because you ate the money from the drug money? Why the fuck don't we talk about that shit? Why do we keep acting like mothers, come on, moms and dads, we hurt, but we condone so much shit, and then when something happens to our child, we all of a sudden are fucking shocked. What are you in shock about? I'm confused about that shit. Can anybody make that shit? Why are you confused? Because, miss, when your son was coming with the fast money, you were spending it as fast as he gave it to you. You was. You never checked him and said, don't bring no dirty money in here. I don't want any dirty money. What you live by, you will die by. Why wasn't you educating your son? Right? Yeah, no, you wasn't educating your son. Now your son did, and you got grandkids, and you still refuse to educate. Look at God. We are so saddened, and we want to blame somebody else's black son for killing our sons and our daughters and doing this to our children. But people can only do what you allow. Yep. People only do what you allow. You gotta educate your kids. You gotta tell them. Make sure you know what you're doing. Because some checks you won't write, only you can cash. Your mother can't cash that. On the contrary, on the motherfucking contrary, the checks that parents write, you can cash those, and your kids. You know what that shit is called? It's called what goes around comes around. Yeah. Let me tell y'all a secret. One secret to my success. You know what one secret is? You know what one big secret of my success is? I have a mother. My mother does charity. You know where she does charity at? The Philadelphia Police Department. She does charity there. Oh yeah, that's a charity my mom did. Because she don't have to do that. She does a charity. You know what part of her charity is? When she see y'all little niggas, when y'all sons and shit on the corner, she gonna whisper something to them. When she see y'all daughters calling for domestic violence shit, she gonna whisper to your daughter. She gonna say something to her. That's a fucking charity. Yeah. You know why? Because she's educating. Every place she goes, she educates. That is a charity. Because some people, that's police officers and sergeants, they don't do that. They don't have time to educate you little black kids. They don't care about y'all. Yeah. So my doors are open because of things and ways that my mother has sacrificed for somebody else's child. Yeah. That's why it's abundant. The blessings are abundant. That's why when I drop one book, I didn't drop one. I dropped how many? Several. I don't even know how many books it is. Because I'm not even in that space because it ain't that deep to me. I'm not even in that space. I'm not looking for accolades. I'm looking for the results in the community. I'm looking for people to change. I'm looking for people to know that they can also generate 6 figures. I'm looking for people to know that when your kid gets 15 and 16, you got to start training their brain into the way of the nonprofit. At 18, they got to be ready to go. They got to be in training. They got to, first of all, they got to work for your nonprofit. When they get 18, they're now generating $200,000. Well, what gives your child the right? Miriam, can I have hot water? What gives your child the right to generate $200,000? Well, what gives my child the right? Water. I need hot water. I want to drink tea. What gives your kid? Mother, pay attention. Set the plays up for success, not failure. Well, what gives your kid the right to make $200,000 in their first year and they're only 18? Well, they've been working since they were 14. They had working papers, right? So from 14 to 18, they have 4 years of experience in operating and running a nonprofit. And now at 18, we set the play up so they can now be a founder and CEO of a nonprofit that their heart is led to do. What the fuck do you think I was going to say? You thought I was going to say something different because I was a black and ignorant? I'm not. That's why instead of being on here so much, I'm reading. I'm learning. I'm seeing. I'm studying. I'm becoming the change I wish to see in the world. I am the change. I am not waiting for somebody to do something. I am the change that the world that's going to be in this world. The change is right here. It's talking to y'all right now live. I'm the change. I'm not waiting for a man to come save me. I am not waiting for my parents to die and their insurance money to save me. I am not waiting for that. I am the change. Contrary, the insurance money is not for me. It's for my children. I told my sister, we taking out $1 million insurance policy on daddy. We're going to pay it every month, and that shit is for our kids. Everybody shares it. Okay? We got 7 kids between me and my sister. My brother got 1, so that we got 8 kids. Okay? We got 8 kids. We got life insurance policy on my dad. Or we all can take out $1 million on my dad. We figure out how that shit gonna get paid. Every family takes out $1 million life insurance policy on my dad. What? That's for the kids. No, that's for our kids. So since you was too lazy to do the work and leave something for your kids and your grandkids, we know the solution. The solution is we're going to take out $1 million life insurance policy on you because you want to be in the streets doing whatever you got to do, and that's fine. We're going to take out $1 million on you. We take out $1 million. We're going to pay it, and our kids will reap the benefit of that. That is the legacy. That is now, we playing a different game. Listen, you are living in America. You have to understand the rights. You have to understand the laws. You have to understand your powers. Operate in that space. That's why it's called Start a Nonprofit. You operate in a different space. It's different money. It's different languages. When you start seeing checks and your total at the year $26 million, baby, you can never be the person who is receiving anymore. You can never be the person who's on the receiving end because you're on the giving end with 26 mil. You got to distribute the money. That's why the CEOs was quiet. Miriam, can I get some hot water? That's why the CEO is quiet. What's up? What y'all want to ask me right now? Because somebody should have clicked the link for a book. I know that much. I know that for sure. Somebody needs a book today. I also know everybody should be ready on a webinar on Wednesday. Yes, you should be. It's free. You need to get the education. Yes. Inside the webinar, we have a lot of options for you. We have things to offer you inside the webinar. No, it's not a game. This is real life. It's real. I look every day for ways to spend my money and what is going to help me grow and ways to help me advance. And let me tell you, not every business I do is successful or is growing how I wanted to grow. Some shit don't grow. And so I had to get my mind together. I had to say, well, bitch, listen. This is going to grow like this. This going to grow like this. This going to grow like that. Where do you want to invest your energy the most? And that's what it is. And that's what it is. So, listen. I'm supposed to be somewhere in 15 minutes. The webinar is 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Redline, I'm not messing with y'all no more. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay? You got to click the link in the bio in order Apida, I gotta go after I come. Okay? Is this water for this? I want water.
Don't put that.
It's alright. Tomorrow. Just throw the whole cooker away. Just throw the whole cook. Just throw the whole cook away. You hear me? The whole cook. Listen, you can have whatever you want. Whatever you want, you can have. It's not that deep. If you have an apartment complex, if you got a condo, if you got motherfucking 20 acres, it ain't that deep. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about that. Like, we be so into, I got this, I got that. Nobody gives a fuck about that. What we care about is, yo, what kind of fucking money you generating? Nobody gives a fuck about if you got fucking 20 apartment buildings. That shit don't matter. What matters is, what is your benefit for you and your family? Fuck all the other stuff. You can have, I don't give a fuck. Listen, this shit I'm not taking with me. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm not taking these houses and these stores and shit with me. I don't give a fuck. What I care about is, Am I doing something to push my culture forward? Am I doing something to help my family know how to survive when I'm not here? Am I doing something so my kids know how to generate 6-figure incomes and they're not fucking bums? That's what I'm talking about. What y'all talking about? What type of time y'all on? I'm not on. I don't care about that. I'm not moved by that. I'm moved by shit like when I see people in the hackers books doing these kind of numbers. Cause I'm confused. I'm still confused about this shit. Motherfucker. Got a home care agency. Don't do no home care though. Fuck. We've been seeing these all this time, bitch. You're not even doing no home care. We got something wrong. I want to cry about that. That shit really make you want to cry. Listen, it really makes you want to cry when you look at this shit. You say, what the fuck? Huh? How? What? The fuck? How? Motherfuckers say they only got 5 employees. You know, we don't do much. We don't do much. We do not do much. This is crazy. How about that mission statement I read the other day? I don't even know what company it was. They said some crazy shit like, I don't even, man, this shit is the hackers books is deep. You can't retain, you can't even, the hackers books, you can't even, you get into it, but you know what I mean? If you don't be careful, you gotta take a little bit in at a time because it's gonna make you mad. The hackers book's gonna make you happy, but make you like, anybody on here got a hackers book that's on here already and you got a hackers book? Anybody on here got a hackers book already? And you on here? Like, it brings some other kind of emotions, because it bring emotions like, I've been working this hard and I ain't never had to kind of energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so y'all motherfuckers been lying all this time type of energy. You know, who know about that energy? So y'all motherfuckers was lying? You know what I'm saying? Like Kanye said, that's say people. Dang, y'all ain't gonna like this though. Y'all ain't gonna like this, what I'm about to say. Y'all ain't gonna like this. It's okay though. You ain't gonna like everything a person do. You ain't gonna like everything a person do. You ain't gonna like it. That's okay though. Tea time. It's tea time right now. Listen. Fucking Kanye said, you fucking chose to be a slave. Come on. You fucking made a decision. That shit is heavy on a whole nother level. Kanye said, you chose to be a slave. You ain't fucking have to be a slave. Apply that shit to your life right now. You chose to be where you at. You ain't have to be. That's a decision that you made. You chose to be broke if you broke right now. That's a decision that you made. If you winning, you chose to win. That's why you winning. If you want to win, you got to choose winning. How do you choose winning? Start spending your money differently. In wins. That's how you win. That's how you win. Yeah, the hackers books is crazy. You be feeling like, these motherfuckers all this time, I ain't know. Well, they wasn't ever gonna tell you. They making fucking $400,000 and $300,000 a year and $500,000 and $1 million a year. You think they gonna tell you? Or they gonna tell you? That's another reason. That's another issue. I'm sorry, y'all, but I gotta say this. Y'all ain't gonna like me today. Y'all ain't gonna like me, but I love y'all, even if you don't like me. Okay? Yes, I'm a Muslim, and I have a lot of followers who are not. But I want to tell you one of my issues I got with the Christians. Not really the Christians, but I got with y'all pastors. I got a problem with them. The same way y'all collecting people money, why y'all help them get money? Why y'all don't educate them about, y'all educate them about spending money in your mission, but you don't educate them on how to keep earning money so they can keep helping your mission, because that is what the church needs. That is what black people need. Black people need to learn about earning income, about 501c3s. We have to be educated. We gotta learn. You choose your own way of life. That's your business. But you have to learn. You have an obligation. Listen. Okay, so they're gonna say, you're just paying me to talk to you about God. Okay? I feel it's a little unfair. I feel like you've cheated a little bit. I understand. Listen. Y'all might not want to talk about this, but listen, can we just pull the curtain off real quick? We know that the Bible is real. We know the Quran is real. We know the Torah is real. Those are real books. Okay? Now, how you use the book may not be. I'm not gonna do that today. I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna sip my tea and mind my damn business. Okay? So I want y'all to, if y'all any pastors on here, listen, start telling people how to if you don't know, get educated so you can help the people. If you don't know, bring the people in to help the people. Figure that shit out, but you gotta do it. We're obligated to help our people. Yes, you are. You are. Why is this tea so good? Wow. Speak, coach. Coach me, Meek. Coach me. Listen, go get y'all hackers books. The webinar is, I gotta be somewhere in 8 minutes. Black people time. Yeah, we need our own time. We need Eastern Standard Time. We need Central. We need Pacific. I want to say specific black people. We need specific Standard Time. We need Eastern Standard Time, and we need Central, and we need Black people Standard Time. Listen, if every black person gonna call Pacific specific, okay, then you ain't black if you ain't saying specific when it's Pacific, right? Listen, you ain't no real, from the country. If you ain't from the country, if you ain't saying Pacific and specific. Because we'll fucking name up in a minute. Listen, that shit was too complicated. You got what I was trying to fucking say. You know what I'm saying? Don't be trying to be smart. It's specific, but it's specific. The fuck. You know what I'm saying? Specific, Standard Time. You know what I'm saying? That's right. On that type time. You know what I mean? That's our type time. Okay? Listen, this tea is so good. Don't get mad at me. Okay, don't hate on me if I put my name on this shit. This shit is good. You didn't put my name on this tea and start selling this shit. God damn, it's good. God damn it. This tea is everything. Okay? Start exporting tea. What you exporting? Tea. And not all tea is liquid. Because there's some tea right here for you, baby. That's some real tea right there. That's another kind of tea. I know, wisdom. Listen, no, it ain't in my bio yet. It ain't in the bio yet, Alberta. It ain't in the bio yet. But this tea is so good. I'm gonna consider selling it. It's so good. It's so good. How did y'all like my live this morning? Did anybody learn something today? This girl is... Miriam, listen, how did y'all like my live today? Come on, Miriam. How did y'all like my live today? Excellent. Wisdom said it was excellent. Fragile said yes. Miriam, can you clean this for me? Yes. Can you clean it? You are so welcome, sis. Awesome. Somebody say awesome. All right, wisdom. Learned a lot. Excited for the webinar coming. Yay! Listen, tell your friends. Me having a webinar on Wednesday. Make sure y'all there. Yes? Okay. 2:55 a.m. Let's go. Oh my God. Hooks for Days said she cried. I love you, Hooks for Days. Yeah, Miriam, you gotta take care of me. That's why the workers, I be hard on my workers, Miriam. Ain't no game. That's how you clean it. Yeah, Miriam. You know, you gotta teach people how to treat you. You know what I'm talking about? You gotta teach them. You gotta teach people how to treat you. Men, women, moms, dads. You know, I had to tell my mom one day. You know, I can't do that right now. I can't do that conversation with my mom. It's another topic. But sometimes you even gotta educate your parents and let them know, oh no, I'm not that person. I know, no, I'm not that person. I'm this person. This is who I am. You know, because sometimes people's vision get cloudy. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta help them wipe it off, clean the lens a little bit. No, that's not how, this is who I am. Oh, you didn't know? Yeah, because guess what? Sometimes people birth children and they don't even know who that person will be. They know they'll be somebody great, but they don't know exactly who. Yeah, you know, I'm this person. Yeah. Right before your eyes, baby. All right, listen. Do me a favor and invite some friends to the webinar. Post about it. Spread good news. You know how when y'all get to church, they say, share the good news. We have good fucking news. Good news. You know how y'all share when somebody get away with something for free? Yeah. Share the free news. Share the free news. Free. Share the free. Yeah, click the link in Meet Bio. Yeah, she want a free webinar. You better get in there, girl. Yeah, girl. She educates. She tell you about your rights. You learn what you can do. You learn things that you have access to that you're not using. Yes, girl. You gotta join me. Follow me, girl. That part. Listen, I gotta go because I have an appointment I need to respect. I'm really supposed to be in my main appointment at 12. So I'm doing a charity at 11. So even though charity, we gotta respect. So I'm gonna go upstairs, change my clothes, and I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Okay, I love you guys. Be strong. Okay, have faith. Okay, never give up, and spend your money towards your wins. Okay, I love you all.